What's up? Sayer, how's it going? Plastic Bits, welcome. All right, let's get started. So we have a couple of packages, so let's get these open. First package from Stats. We got a couple of pairs of joggers here. I feel like I've needed some new pants lately. My waist's been getting bigger, so picked these up on a nice what is it, President's Day sale, I think it was. Hope here is that they'll actually fit me. So, there we go. That is our first package. I have continued stories about pants as we move forward here on the stream, but let's get this second package open. This is a keyboard package for our second and final one. From Oblo, we got this pickup. Looks like some kind of cookie wafer sandwich cookie wafer. Hard to tell. Most of it's not in English. But we got the extension kit. OG beige extension and macros. So my thought here actually is maybe we could change what's on the K-Mac Mini from Purple Knight to, I don't know, just something else. Maybe this. I have an incomplete 9009 set that should now be completed thanks to this. So I think that's one avenue, but we could probably address it later. Wise Donkey, welcome. This concludes our, there's mirrors. I think it seems off because my screen is kind of visible there. Let's see if we can push this back a little. Is that any better? Does that look more or less imbalanced? I wanted to change my desk mat too, which I guess I could just do right now. Ooh. What should we change it to? What is this, Memorial? Hard to remember. Okay, so we got a few tasks today and a bunch of news and notes, but I think there is kind of an order we should do this in, so here's how we'll start. Use chopstick, welcome. Alright, first thing we'll start off with, Matrix Falcon Dome Swap. So last time we've touched this was doing a little bit of, actually, you know, there might be two things we ought to do. We'll see. We're doing PBB stuff, PBB conversions for this, because we I had some thoughts on how this ought to be. So let's see. I guess we'll take the keycaps off first. Is it warm up around the Bay Area? It is warm in my apartment. Now, is it warm, period? Let's see, weather. Weather in my zip code, which I won't say aloud. It is 57. It's 57, which is actually a little bit warmer than it usually is. But the weird part is that it actually looks like it's raining. So it's been colder and not rainy over the last, I don't know, week or two or whatever. It's kind of rainy right now, which, as you guys know, may potentially mean I might disconnect during the course of this stream. And if that happens, I guess I'm sorry about that in advance. My goal is to stream. So I've kind of adjusted some goals. I think my new goal is to stream like 3 times a week rather than 2, but also rather than the 5 that I was trying for 1 week. So I will be trying to do. Whoa, these are purple. Oh, these are deskies. Okay, I remember now. So I might change these back to PBB just because I have that new technique to remove the crowns. Anyways, my third stream of this week is probably either going to be tomorrow or Wednesday, but it kind of just depends on the forecast, like literally the weather forecast. My original plan was actually Wednesday just because there's a Laker game tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah, so there was a number of fixes we've done to this. And the latest thing we did was put some pretty reasonable weight PBB domes in here. These are, I forget, but these are actually, I think these might potentially be the nicest PBB domes. I don't remember what they are, so we'll find what color they are and what weight that is. But among other things, we shifted to the PBB half housings to get the flipped wire so that we can put this bottom middle case screw back in. And we also did change the 2U housings to deskies just because I couldn't figure out what the best approach was for getting 2U to not feel like shit with DSA. We did carve out, like we did drill out a couple of PBB housings to remove the crowns, just making that hole bigger. So I'm thinking we could probably move those back in and then reclaim these deskies housings, should we need to. Another thing too I'm realizing as well is I have, where is it? I have those metal washers, so I think these could actually potentially work with these. We'll find out. Maybe. These washers also might be too wide. We'll see. 70s mostly. A little colder in San Francisco typically. Randy, welcome. However, San Francisco, cool for East Bay? Yeah. So it is typically, actually maybe, do I need to take out the, I need to take out this plate assembly first. Oh, we took out that plate screw. But yeah, again, definitely cooler in San Francisco pretty typically, but again, but also again warmer. I would say warmer today than usual. And again, then on another hand here, it is raining a little bit. the side right now. Then we'll take this apart. So it looks like these are the purple domes. I don't remember what purple was. Let's find out. Purple is 45 gram. So I'm guessing I like those better than the 35. Feels kind of nicer in my opinion. So the yellow is the 35, the purple is the 45. So that's what I have in here. And the plan here is just to get these out of here so that I could use them for a real force build that we're going to be doing later, as indicated by the stream title. But also, we'll also make some adjustments in other spots. With that said, I'm now kind of running out of bad domes. This is a funny problem to have, is that I've kind of wanted a lot of these not as good domes for the keyboards I like a little bit less. But I guess that, like, honestly, the Falcon is not terrible. It's just not my favorite. All right, so with Randy here, I guess good time to talk about some EC news. 1 second here. Okay. So Randy just posted in the Discord the HHKB Dandelion keycaps. I had no idea that it was today. Mostly because, like, I don't look at my keyboard Instagram as much anymore. I should. I gotta stay on top of it to repost all the people who post HHKBs on my feed. But that's also how I get a lot of my HHKB news too. Yeah, center legend. But you notice that the centered legends are kind of weird looking. Like, some of them look a little bit off center, in a not good way. Anyways, I got the blanks as I usually do. So I picked that up upon seeing it. So shouts out Randy for sending that over. Additionally, I also caught wind of that that other news that came in the other day. It looks like Blind Assassin is working on some new domes. That seems exciting. We'll see how those go. Kind of curious. Oh, I guess I do. I just need anything similar to BK. I think I might actually have densest domes that I could use in this. I've never tried densest domes. So I don't know if this might be the opportunity, or if I should actually make this a legit build, considering that it kind of is legitimate now. Maybe. I just need anything similar to BKE, I know, right? Okay. So I'm moving all this aside for now, and then we got to think about what to do here. So first off is I'm going to change this again, because we had these extra 2U deskies, and I realized we have a bunch of 2U PBB that we could use or try to use now that we know about the crown removal. So I think these are the ones that we did last time, but I also kind of did this sort of funny fucked up thing where I also removed the center crowns. You think, how bad do you think that is, Randy, if I remove the center crown? Because it seems like every housing actually typically has a center crown. Jesus Christ, come on. We'll just see how it goes. I don't really know if there's... I don't know if I would remove all the crowns. Well, I did, because I thought that that was part of what issue I was seeing from one of the previous builds where I was trying this. I think it was... What was it? What was I doing last time around? To be honest, I kind of forgot. Whatever my last... It might have been the Taycan. Yeah, I think it was the Taycan where I was like trying to put... I forgot. I think what it was I was trying to put... Shit, I don't remember. I don't remember what I was doing. I remember just making a bunch of stupid mistakes on that Taycan build, which was the one before this one. Got a back in Echo 60 and built it recently. Solid. Hell yeah. Okay. So, I guess I can put this away. Hopefully this is all alright. Hopefully. But I'm thinking also maybe I could try those. I think I have densest domes. Yeah, I do. I still have to build my Balder. All my keywords are neglected. You want me to build it for you? I could build it for you. Also, did you go to the Sacramento meetup? By any chance, Randy? I didn't go. I've been exhausted lately. Fair, fair. Alright, so here we go. We're going with this. We'll do these 55-gram orange densest domes. Anybody try these? Anyone have any thoughts on this? Single domes can be a bit tedious. Yeah, but it's alright. I mean, all my BKE Redux are 1 unit. It's fine. I mean, these are actually kind of I would say that these are probably cut better than other domes that I've used. So I'm not tripping, but feeling wise, how are they? Guess we'll find out shortly. They're okay domes, better than PBB, not as nice as Desk or BKE. Okay. Alright, good to know. More similar to OEM. Like OEM Pro 3 or OEM Pro 2. I'm guessing OEM Pro 3. UAM, yeah, realforce or classic / hybrid. Okay. Well, as long as it's better than PBB, it's not a high bar. Okay. I think I'm supposed to have a second box for this. I only have one? Is there... This can't be right. This can't be all the domes I have. Let's see. When did I think I bought this with the Vero V2. Holy fuck. I think okay, that was goofy. I guess I only bought this many domes. I can't use this. So I bought a bunch of Densest parts with my Vero V2. And then when I built my Vero V2, I didn't use them. So I never noticed that I didn't buy the right number of parts, I guess. I have extra 55 grabs you can have. Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll take them. Appreciate that. Yeah, apparently there's only 40 per container. And I guess I was under a weird impression that I only needed to buy one because I didn't read that hard. About one box of each. Was going to do a variable build, but fuck it, can't be asked. Let's see. I don't mind. Hey, Randy, just so you know, I don't mind doing your builds for you. just so you know. Alright, let me find some other domes. Okay, I have these. I think these are the PBB domes that are like 35 gram clear, and they're a little less stupid feeling than you know, basically all the other ones, because I think these are older PBB. Guinevere Anna, welcome. I'm thinking about trying out Topre / EC. Do you have any relatively cost-effective choice for someone who wants to try out EC? I know NIS boards exist. Are they good products? Yeah, I would get a used. Yeah, that's probably going to be my number one recommendation, is just find a used HHKB Pro 2. That's just like, I think that's just the best thing you can do. Yeah, if you could find a used HHKB Pro 2, yeah, that's the one. Use HKB. Yeah, Pro 2. Yep. That would be my rec. There are a bunch of models, silence, Bluetooth, etc. Yeah, Type S. Type S would be like the silenced one. You could try it out. Personally, I like my Topre unsilenced, but it kind of feels like I'm in a minority on that one. So I'm a little curious about how this happened. How did I do a 60 build and then keep a 2? It might... I don't know. I don't have a good answer. I'll cut it. Whatever. Brazil have the more tactile domes, but also has mini USB and the stabilizers could use some work. Yeah, that's the big thing is pretty much the only downside to a Pro 2 is like the mini USB. Alright, well. Did I just buy one of everything? Is this even enough? Okay, there's 120 springs in here. Probably not enough stems. Oh, no, there is enough stems. Okay, yeah, there's enough stuff. It's just the domes I forgot to get enough. Hybrid Type S was my daily driver for a long time. Yeah, like the hybrid stuff is, it's cool, like for sure, but it's a little bit more pricey, and then also typically I think like when you're buying newer models, the domes might not feel quite as nice. All right, what's the spring choice here? So I was still poking around looking for potential parts to use. I guess I'll just use BBB springs. They are my favorites. So yeah, BB springs probably my favorite. They just somehow seem less tangly. Which Randy pointed it out at first, and I guess I didn't really believe him, and then I realized, oh no, it's actually really quite true. These are significantly less tangly. How about HHKB Classic? I'm seeing one for sale in my area. Yeah, it wouldn't be a problem. So the Classic is considered like the Pro 3, like Classic and Hybrid are considered Pro 3s. or unofficially that's their name. But if you could see one for a good price, then for sure. But then that one's it's not going to have any like wireless capabilities, so you're going to have to stick with using a cable. Fortunately, it would be USB-C, but it might just not have like it might not have a nicer dome experience than say getting like an old Pro 2 would be. But yeah, again though, even if that's the case, it's still a lot of people run it and not for any bad reason. It's great. Are these both? All right, whatever. Class is fine, yeah. Hopefully around 150, maybe 175 tops. I don't think they can. Yeah, they didn't. Hybrids, hybrids were the only way that you could get them silenced. Stock. Yeah, I don't know. Again, also depends on how badly you might want it silenced. Like if you're in an office environment where there's a lot more social pressure to be quiet, then maybe it's more important. But again, like typically, I like my Topre/EC unsilenced. Some people still prefer it silenced, even if they're not pressured to be quiet. Same with like MX. Any other good Topre/EC news? I don't know if I have any other in my news and notes. My plates are in progress, finally. Oh, it's multiple. On sale for 120. Ooh, nice. That's a great price for a classic. Oh, no, classic's not micro. Classic is USB-C. So, um, classic, hybrid, and hybrid Type S, they should come in USB-C. Pro 2 should be mini USB. I think the only micro USB would be it was called the BT, which was like a really short-lived model line. So you shouldn't have to worry about that because those don't really go up for sale that frequently. All right. Should be good here. Let's just check alignment real quick. Alright, I think we should be good. So I'll just throw this down. Alright, let's see if these washers will work. What did I do with them? Jesus. I don't know where these springs came from. Oh, here it is. Where it says, no hump in the back. Yeah. Humps were only on hybrid type S, and the BT, which again, a little bit less common, so you're probably not going to see it. Let's see if this will work. Well, before I even do it, let's just see. Will this just slide through? Oh, this might actually work. God, it's just so small. Holy hell, this is really annoying. See the Agar kit from KB Defense? Oh, yeah. That actually might also be a really cheap, like, affordable option as well. Forgot about that one. I'm not sure. Is that one still available? Oh my god. Placing these. Crazy annoying. They don't really slide on the screw that easy. Okay, one of these I think is going to go unused just because it's like, I think that washer is going to be too thick or too wide. This may prove to be a really bad idea. I wish they did the Falcon EC better. Every time I do this, I'm just like, good lord. I missed the intro because AFK. Hello, Savior. Welcome. Are we wearing a Scully? This is more like a bandana, an elastic bandana headband. I think that's what it's more likely to be considered. I just want to get my braids out of the way. Who's panics you steal? Yeah, you can find these like specifically. They're just basically like elastic headbands that have like an extra cloth covering attached to them. You can find them on Amazon. I found them on Amazon. They only come in like 3 dark colors though. I think that's kind of a little bit of a bummer. I wanted something that was like paisley, like a paisley bandana, but still has this elastic to it. So we're doing this dome swap first. We're just trying to wanted to extract these domes and use that for the real force build that we're intending to do. All right. So, for anyone just tuning in, welcome. Did you found the light? Started using HHKB? Oh, welcome. I knew you'd make it. We're the good guys. Saw a show 60v2 on YouTube. It looks crazy good. Hell yeah. That copper one is one of my favorites actually. Koala, welcome. So yeah, it's raining. It's been raining tonight, but it's been light. So hopefully my connection stays up. All right. Some news. Oh, I actually forgot to show you some stuff. Had a little bit of a busy Saturday. Actually, a busy weekend. Yeah, let's go with busy weekend. What were we doing? Tina and I, we hit up a burrito joint in the Mission, and then found a record store. So we're just started digging through. Picked up a couple records actually. And I could show them to you guys. I also need to add them to the collection. One is a repressed Etta James jazz album, and the other one is a live. There's a live Nas performance. Probably, I don't actually know the year of it. It's like some older tour. Etta James was one of Tina's choices. Nas is mine. I saw GNX there, but then I was like, I feel like I'm not sure if this is a good price. I should just buy it elsewhere. I saw, I don't know, I think like on the Sony UMG store or whatever, they have like 180 gram and also white vinyl separate from the 180 gram. He's showing I'm 27, have no idea what he's talking about. Oh. Is it? Not even that much older. I'm joking, by the way. What else? What else we do? Oh, hit up Stonestown. They have a Second Street there, which is just kind of like higher end thrifting. And I actually have a bunch of clothes that don't fit me anymore, like streetwear, just like some sports stuff, some like artist merch. And I went there to try to sell it, and holy shit, like those prices, getting back is like, it's like GameStop level, really bad. To be honest though, when you buy from them, the prices are really good. So, Yazzie, welcome. Who is the artist? Nas? Etta James? Anyways, like, I have like a couple of t-shirts I bought, you know, just kind of impulsively. I bought some t-shirts that were like in the hundreds. Now, I get it. You probably shouldn't buy t-shirts that are hundreds of dollars. I know. But let's say you already did. Given that you already have, it's crazy. You take it to these these buyers, and they offer like 5 to 10%. The record label, Sony UMG, the thing that Drake is suing, due to payola. It's like I've like there was a couple of like $200 shirts that I own, and like I take them there, and it's like they're offering like 20. So I ended up accepting some of their offers on some items, like ones where the payout were not as bad. Like there was an artist, like an artist tee that I got, probably like $50, and then they took 20 for it, or they were paying 20 for it. I actually know someone who works for OVO legal team. It's crazy. I just keep it at point $20. Exactly. Like, I mean, the other thing too is that like I could just list them up on my store for, again, probably under 200. I'm also thinking of opening up a Depop just to sell some of this old stuff. Anyways, I sold just a couple of pieces. Like some were like some old Seattle Supersonics gear, a couple of APC tees that I don't really care about like whatsoever, and yeah, just a few other pieces. I got $92 back for 6 things, and then I promptly took that $92 and then I bought some other stuff. I bought some other stuff from Second Street. I bought a couple pairs of pants. Depop is good, probably not 100. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, Yezi. Yeah, I bought some pants. I got and I looked up like when I got home I looked up the prices. I'm like, okay, I mean I think it makes sense. It makes sense what's going on here. Like I got some Stone Island pants. And the funny thing is there's no patch on it. So it's just like the patch is kind of what you want to show off and like kind of flex when you're wearing Stone Island. But I'm just like whatever. I want a nice pair of pants. Like these seem kind of nice. These are nice cargos. I think it's kind of funnier not having the patch. $70. $70 for a pair of used Stone Island 2021. I go home look it up and it was like $380. Like retail when it was, you know, summer 2021 or whatever. And so it's just like I get it. Like they're paying very little because they're making very little for some of these types of pieces. Like another one, I bought a pair of like rag and bone jeans for $12, and I look it up. It was like it's still you could still buy it for like 200 of these. VC jeans the best. I'm not looking that hard. Mr. Pooter, welcome. Dude, I miss SF. Almost didn't recognize Stonestown when I visited. Moved in 2018. Alright, let's see how this feels. Remember when I sold 40 PS2 games and a PS2 when the PS3 came out, they wanted... Yeah, it's like... Yeah, that's like GameStop level. Anyways, like I'm not trying to spend a whole lot on clothes anymore. If I could just like go to Second Street and pick up a $200 pair of jeans for $12, you know, like I'll just go with that. And I get it. Like I sell back to like the idea is I'm selling back to Second Street, keep the business going so I could spend my money on some great deals. You know, I guess that's how we justify this. GameStop tomfoolery. Like if I the cope here is that if I didn't, let's see if I can do this. Hold on 1 second. Will this work? No. What am I looking for? Probably this. Yeah. So yeah, if I didn't sell my stuff back to Second Street, maybe they closed down and I'm not able to get these cheap jeans anymore. All right, and I do have some sad news. Some very sad news. I went to round one right after this whole Second Street trip with Tina and a couple of friends. I don't know what they did around one, man. That's oh jeez. They have great prizes, but they made all of the games way harder. It's crazy. Ridiculously harder. They changed most of the fun types of games to like just be regular claw machines now. And I mean they upped the requirement for money taken before the claw is actually usable. And what else? Yeah, just difficulties are some of the claw machines too. It's like they were okay. I don't know how to explain this. Like I'm trying to get figures right. There was one machine where the figure box was so big that like you couldn't actually get the claw like around it. And like if it's that weak, you're not able to like get under the item, so you're just like kind of trying to grasp it from the sides of such a big item. It's I don't know, man. That was impossible. So I ended up, man, I dropped like my normal very high amount of money I usually spend at round one and came out with 0 figures this time. And I just kind of realized, yeah, I don't think I want to go to round one anymore. It is no longer, there's no longer a good payout for this. Rigged before now. Yeah, so my thought is just that like maybe round one corporates like we're losing too much money on people getting all our figures. we gotta make everything hard. Or the other thought is that like maybe this is the version, this is their version of San Francisco pricing, where it's like maybe if I go to, you know, San Jose, Roseville, Fullerton, Las Vegas, whatever, these other locations, these other round one locations, maybe, just maybe, those are actually still the same, but like they made San Francisco so much harder so that people would spend more at the San Francisco location, because you gotta pay the employees like higher than what you'd pay them out in Las Vegas. Why is the Falcon kind of fire? It's all right. I'm looking at the Tech Bros. Yeah, so we got a couple of plushes, but like they're the small, tiny plushes. We got the, like 3 plushes for the same amount I usually spend on to get like 4 figures. Like 4 anime, you know, waifu titty figures, you know? Now let's make sure that this is working. Real quick, I can show these off because they're just right here. Tina left them with me so I could show them off. We got a Charmander, and we got a Kirby, and we got a Waddle Dee. That's it, man. Usually I get like, you know, like... Oh, shit. Usually I get like 4 figures for the same amount that I got these 3 plushes. It's crazy. All right, let's check this, see if this will work. I guess via. Uh-oh. Use. What the hell is going on? Okay, something's going wrong here. Watch this. Alright, V doesn't work. Function's not working. Jesus Christ. The hell is that? I probably shouldn't have screwed all this in. Jesus, come... What the hell is going on? Okay, so there's something wrong with the V. Also, I think V and function might be constantly being depressed. Alt, right alt. It's also, so right alt, seems like right alt, V, and function might be having some issues. So let's like check that out. God damn it, guys. Unbelievable. My thought is maybe those metal washers, we might have to take them out on those spots. Probably maybe the edges. Also, Tina and I made a discovery. 2 separate round 1 trips. I realized I got 2 of the same figure. So, that one figure might end up being potentially a international junk giveaway substitution prize. What is the best HHKB case in your opinion? It's a tough one. I'm really liking the Vero V2, but really cannot go wrong with a lot of the show picks. S60 V2. Is that everything? S60 V2, V1, HG. Alright, what are the riskiest ones here? This one seems kind of risky. My HHKB case when I finish it. One day I'll get my Prince Pre. Oh yeah, that was another thing too. Is we're already close to the end of February, so yeah, I just kind of bailed. I just kind of bailed on sending anything out before early March. So yeah, sorry for the delay, but we are delayed on sending prizes out. Got my GMK Cosmos and my LX60. How do you like it? Have you tried it out yet? Neuro was Vero V2 from AKB. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take out these metal washers. I think that whole exercise was probably not even that good of an idea. Not delayed, right on schedule. I haven't built it yet. GMK Cosmos is pretty nice as a black on black set. Let's see. Yeah, this is kind of a harebrained idea. Watch it all start working perfectly. Speaking of key sets, I saw a couple of new GMK sets up for group buy. Verdant Retro. Pretty interested in that. I think I'm going to buy that. I have a bunch of Canon keys credit because of the Freya PCB that I returned. And then separate from that, I think it was Divinity. I saw this GMK black on gold. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't know that I like the swirl stuff that GMK has been doing and that designers keep trying to do. Only says I'm going to be joining anytime soon is going to be Verdant Retro and Prussian Blue. Yeah. I'm thinking about DCS Cafe. It's still on my mind, but there's a lot of time for me to think about it. Oh, a few more other things. I bought the Snake R2 in Champagne. And also I think I'm gonna pass on the Toro. I think Toro 60. Oh, to join, but I can't just the Snake. I'm guessing you're referring to. Yeah, I don't know. The snake design is really cool, like the actual snake visual graphic. Um, the color is great. The one that I got the champagne. But the Toro, I think it's cute, but I just don't know that it's perfectly cute enough for me. And I'm just not sure about the shape. The one thing it has going for is the exploded spacebar. That's really neat to me. But I get this feeling. I just get this feeling that, like, I don't know. Okay, a few things. That can't be. I feel like the exploded spacebar, as cool as it is, I feel like that can't be the only reason I get it. Because it's like, especially because it's in spite of maybe my I don't know, like I just don't know that I like the shape or the graphic on the back. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that. Also, I was doing some digging. Also get the Neo 60 CU when it drops on the 28th. For sure, I'm gonna join ASCII F and Neo 60. Still debating on Toro. Yeah, I'm getting on an ASCII F as well. What was I gonna say? Oh, the key. I was doing some digging on information about the Key Cult 160 HHKB. The Key Cult 160 that Novel Keys is gonna run. It's supposed to be a group buy. I am debating. There just aren't enough like interesting colors. It's like black, white, silver, and navy. I don't know. I mean, I guess I would possibly get in on a silver, I suppose, but like there was mention that, like, okay, well, like there was mention that there is a high possibility. Is there a product page? No. I was just like reading through messages in the Novel Keys Discord. There's like a Key Cult X Novel Keys channel, and I think Mike was just talking about, like, just a few things, like the likelihood of the colors, and then also just he made mention of, well, we can't make everyone happy, but I mean that's not gonna prevent us from, probably just running more in the future, probably in other colors. So I'm just like, I guess I could just wait, potentially just wait until drop, group buy number 2. Toro's super cutesy, not my style. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm not against cutesy. I'm just not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure I'm getting something that I'm really gonna love. Even though exploded spacebar seems, or isolated spacebar seems interesting. I just feel like you put an like, here's the thing. If you put an exploded spacebar on any other keyboard that I already own, it's like, yeah, I would choose that over Toro. Honestly, I'm not even sure what cute keyboards I do have. But again, I think cute could probably be executed in a way that I might appreciate better. Yeah. This particular brand of cute, I just don't know. After really thinking about it. Okay, I took out all these little guys. Let's try this again. See if this changes anything. Antixius, welcome. Shit. Okay, something's still actually kind of messed up here. Now I'm seeing this F and V thing. It's kind of messed up. So it wasn't the screws, I guess. There might just be some sort of weird spring alignment that might have happened. Look at that. There's just a bunch of bullshit right now. Okay. Jesus. This was supposed to be really short. And it has grown into something that's not that. God damn it. I think I can I do this without this? I think I can. I might just be able to do this top mounted without taking it out of the assembly out of the top case. Let's find out how annoying it gets. There we go. All right, let's try this again. This thing really stands out compared to other O-rings. Very unique concept. Oh, I just like the graphic and the color. I don't actually know anything about the build itself. So anyways, I'm passing on Toro. Might be passing on the Key Colt 160 HHKB. Alright, so another quick thing was when I went to Stonestown, they have an Apple store in there, and I just went in just because why not? And I don't know, man. I just started playing with iPads. I just started playing with iPads, and I'm just like, man, I kind of want an iPad. Although it's like, how useful will it really be for me? You know, but it's just like, you know, sometimes you just want a new toy. It's really bad. I'm still astounded at the Neo 60 pricing. Fat ass chunk of brass / copper starting at 165 for plateless. Are they gonna have a non-brass or copper version? I was debating an iPad for school. I had learned that one big downside to getting an iPad is like if you're trying to write code, it's not that useful. Like there are ways to, but it's just at some point it's just kind of like you're not buying an iPad to write code. 3 pieces: top case, alu, bottom case, copper or brass, and weight can be copper, brass, or a PVD. But there's not going to be a non-copper version. I feel like maybe a dome or a spring got displaced, dislodged here or something. Oh, what the hell? Son of a bitch. Bitter Seeds, welcome. There's Neo 60 Core, which is like a drop-in situation with either O-ring or dumbbell gasket mounting, but no HHKB. I see. I gotta redo this whole thing. Fuck. That's super annoying. This one screw right here, like the standoff is being removed off the wrong side. Or the screw is coming off the backside. So I mean, like, there is a way here. It's just super annoying, you know? Have you tried the Gateron X Sillyworks Type R tactiles? I have not. Are they good? Other than my way, I can't lie. I'm loving them. Might be weird for you because they only have 3mm travel. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, so this build is not going really the way I'd like for it to, unfortunately. Oh, Jesus Christ. How the fuck you do this shit? Let me think here. I think I just have to lift it up off one side. Or I lose that screw? Jesus Christ, bro. Goddamn disaster. I didn't miss any others, did I? Oh, fucking. Okay, so this standoff is kind of... might be the wrong way. Okay. Build-wise, I don't know if I see any issues here. I don't know if, like... is PCB just dead? Let's see. Let's find out. I think I kind of learned this technique from Randy, right? We just plug in the PCB and then test it from here. Okay, so that's a little bit of a problem. Is that right off of the bat, just plugging the PCB in is auto hitting a bunch of keys for some reason? Yeah, like what is that? I mean, I guess I could just build this just for display. Needs calibrating. So, Randy, the problem is that this is not a SIP PCB. So, there isn't like an actual calibration feature. There was just like a bunch of tips from Astro on what to do. So I'd have to go hunt it down to figure it out. And on top of that, there's no guarantee that the tips that I would, whatever notes that I have, would actually convey to anything that would make this work. It's hard to know. But wow, that is annoying. You know, I didn't test before the build whether or not any of this even worked. Because I'm like, how long has might this have been broken for, you know? I mean, among some options is like maybe I could try to clean some of this PCB off. Like, is it okay to just clean this with 99.9 isopropyl alcohol? And like, what is safe past that? Like, can I use a toothbrush? Do I need to use a paper towel? Do I need to use something else? Alfalfa, welcome. Alright, let's see if this did anything. My guess is no, but let's see. Oh. That was weird. It's hard to like hold this in a way where, okay, like that right there, like, is it because I'm too close to some of these pads from how I'm holding this together? Okay. It's weird because I'm just like, how do I press these without being uncertain that I'm in the area, in the vicinity of like another pad, just by holding it on the edge? Also, this doesn't fully seem like I have a working function key. I'm not sure if it's just not programmed. Like this might have potentially went back to like the stock firmware at this point, because I don't ever remember programming this bottom right key to right control. That wasn't me. I don't think I ever did that. So with that, it's that like I don't know what this function key is actually mapped to. So, okay, I cleaned it off, which I guess maybe helped. I don't know. I mean, I'll continue to clean it because I think there's still some funny residual stuff on it. Potentially, unless that's just handprints. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah, we could try messing with it another at another point here. The only one thing is dealing with this standoff here is a little funny. Kind of because I lost a screw. Dropped a screw somewhere. Don't exactly know where. There it is. Well, it fell off of me. Now I don't actually know. Oh, is that it? I think that's it. So, did you travel? I mean, I have traveled in my life, yes. Traveling is a thing that I have done. I don't know that I say I do it with any really particular regularity. Whereas like a must-go place, my homie said Bali. I don't personally have any interest in going to Bali. But I don't know. I've been to Tokyo. I like Tokyo. Tokyo's lit. Oh shit. Okay. I don't know if that's as tight as it can be, but I guess we can just try this out and see. Fucking love traveling, going to a country where you don't know the language. Okay, I don't think we're gonna fix this Falcon tonight. Like, I'll build it, but in terms of fixing this, I'm good. You know, it's like I don't have my remaining interest for getting a working Falcon is low. There we go. That is not right. There we go. Okay. Right. Before I continue, I'm gonna try to clean that function key one more time because I see a little bit of funniness on it. What's a place you've liked traveling to this point? Like EU, but they could be a bit, I see. Or because everywhere has good and bad? Yeah. Apologies for this. This is taking like probably about 4 times longer than I expected. This Falcon part. And let's see, what time is it? It's about 11 p.m. We still need to build this, this 91. I'm kind of debating not even really tuning it. Because again, the whole purpose of this build is just to have a... The whole purpose of this, of having all these real forces, is really just to show off my keycaps for non-HHKB key sets. But I also wanted like a uniform build on it. But it's not even a board I really would be using. South America is fine but dangerous. EU great sites and food. Not much in Africa except cheap beach resorts. Let me think. It was kind of weird looking in this on this PCB. For a PCB, I swear I've cleaned before. So I'm not really sure what the reasoning for that was. Because I'm also pretty sure... I don't know, maybe it was these springs causing issues? Like the previous springs might have had some lube on them. What if this just starts working perfectly? Even Asian Americans tend to not like North Asia, like to live super hard. Let me see. I'm gonna go around Titan again. Maybe this will be better this time. Hard to know. Whew. Even though keyboard building was a thing before I found your stream, it's weirdly satisfying. The quality of your stream just adds to it. So cool setup too. Dynamite, thank you for the kind words. Again, welcome. I think there's like a little bit of a rewarding sense to it, and also it's just kind of cool to see it sometimes for sure. Let's try this again. And if it doesn't work super perfectly, honestly, that's fine. Vietnam 10 out of 10 and Spain if you're okay does not apply. Alright, let's 10 here for the vibes. Alright, I just cleaned the PCB and it's like better. I don't want to say it's correct, but it's definitely better. I do think I probably need to reload whatever that thing for Mastro I had was, because I think this, whatever this is, it's not correct. But I think it's okay now. Okay. That was weird. I'm not sure 100% honestly if this is really going to be worth doing a type test on. I'll try it, but I make no guarantees about you know, speed or anything. We're not going to do a prediction for it. This might turn out really badly just based off of where, like, the status of this PCB at this time. Could also put a different key set on here, but I mean, this is fine. DSA Dolch. And hoping here. Yeah, that's perfect. This has been changed to those 35-gram domes, which I really actually don't hate. Actually, the more I type on them, they're starting to feel nice. These are the PBB Clear 35. I think they're called the D domes or whatever. D3, something like that. I love very low weight switches. Ooh, that's where we differ. I'm a heavy boy. Everyone started going heavy like we're going to a finger lifting competition. My rationale is that, like, when it's too light, my fingers graze against other keys. Like when I'm just kind of moving around, and then I end up getting more typos because it was just too light as I was grazing around. This is upside down. And my enjoyment of typing is, like, one of the roots in it is being able to type correctly. You know, and the more inaccuracies I get, the worse of an experience I find it personally. Different strokes. Alright, we'll do a little type test. See the status of the PCB, but again, I think we're gonna have to make some changes eventually. I could do it off stream, whatever. I gotta find all the stuff. So, all right, there we go. Matrix Falcon stainless steel plate. What is it? PBB housings and sliders over the 35-gram PBBD domes. Let's see if it's on here. It's somewhere here. It's not on this page. There's a different product page for it. It's not this one. And then we got DSA Dolce on it. So there we go. Okay. There we go. So, that actually typed okay, but I don't really think, there's still some weird stuff going on with it. Yeah, Savior, I literally just cleaned the PCB. Now, what I think it might have been was, whatever springs I last used on it was, like had some lube from some other previous build. And so that lube got on this PCB, which is really particularly sensitive. Yeah, this PCB is like, it's just like like a weird PCB, not done by Sipulot. It was done by somebody named Astro. And I think there's just a weird sensitivity for it. He's not registering. There was something weird going on earlier where I think, it's like it's the EC equivalent of shorting. Like it was like keys were being pressed even though I wasn't pressing them. But I don't know that I would necessarily call it shorting, if it's the same kind of thing or not. There's just some, I'm guessing, lubricant that was on the PCB over a couple of specific keys that it's just not so good. So I just cleaned it down with a bunch of, alcohol and paper towels. Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like. Conductive lube. Yeah, arrow keys aren't even working right now, so there's something wrong with the key map, and I'll just figure that out later. Okay, so it's been 2 hours, and we haven't even done the build we were intending to do, so let's just, try to get right on it. I gotta tidy up this sort of area here. Okay, that's done, and then I gotta clean up a bunch of this stuff that's sitting next to me. It's been messy this whole time, but also pull out some of the stuff that we will need. I think this might be one, or BRF. Okay, I think maybe this one. This should contain all the stuff we'll need for today's build. The realforce 91. of the domes I'll need. Alright, so some of the stuff I need, I think, is behind me. I think it is the case that I could just do the whole build. And like just pull out the board later. Here's the PCB. I don't even actually think I need the PCB right now. Okay, here's a thought. Maybe I'll just tune the stabilizers. And then like leave everything else really rather untuned. And just kind of see. And then if it's like really bad, I may consider rebuilding it later. But I don't personally see a great need to do anything more extensive than that. But I do need to see what is the true intent of this. Real force. I think it is either monkey or BSP green is the intent. I'm guessing monkey. Okay, and then yeah, I'm gonna like not even, we'll just not even put in the, sorry, my sentences are all like cut off here. We're not even gonna put in the housing gaskets. I just don't know to this point if I've even done one of these before where it's like largely untuned. I just kind of want to try it, and also it'll just make all of this way faster. So we're gonna punch in all of these 1U housings, and just right out the bat, like it's pretty tight in these. And we should just be able to punch in sliders as well, again untuned. And we could like use this as maybe a comparison between this versus some of the other builds that we've done. All right, more news and notes. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on iPads? iPad. Ricky, welcome. Yeah, what are your thoughts on iPads? I was looking at iPads yesterday. I was looking at iPads yesterday, and I'm like, man, I really don't need this. But like, there's a part of me is just like, oh man, I suddenly feel like I want a new toy. iPad and pencil replace Cintiq for a lot of my artist friends. I still am not that into it. It's nice to use tablets laying in bed. Unless you draw digitally a lot, they just become another monitor, in my opinion. So I think all of those, every single thing here mentioned sounds very true. Even though some of them are direct opposite arguments of each other. Okay, real quick, I want to show some. I have my Cintiq right here. I never use it. It's just a monitor. Like, there was a point where I kind of, I was really thinking maybe like 2 months ago, where I was really thinking I want to switch my setup so that, like, my Cintiq is in the middle, and I feel like that's going to be a lot easier for me to, like, grab it and be able to, like, use it as one would use it. If not for illustration, even just for very, very, very menial tasks like diagramming or spot healing photos. I ended up not doing it just because there's kind of, like, for how my setup works and how all, like, I want all my inputs to be, it's just, like, way more work than it's worth. Way more work than it's worth. So I just, like, I passed on the idea. And there's also just this notion of, like, I really don't 100% know how much longer I'm gonna be living here. Like, I could be out of here, like, I don't know. I mean, I could be out of here in a bajillion years. I could be out of here, like, next week. I don't know. So it's like, there's a part of me thinking, like, if there's some chance that I'm not gonna be here anytime soon, why would I put in all, like, a whole weekend in changing up this whole setup to just accommodate for putting the Cintiq in the center? Anyways, that's my story. I was just like, the thing is, like, I have not been doing anything close to digital art, and I feel like a part of it is because it's over there, and it's just like, there's a lot of stuff right here that kind of impedes me from using it in a way that would allow the arm and the whole Cintiq to come forward to a place that's comfortable. I'm thinking that, like, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, do I just need a setup that's more comfortable? And then there's a part of me that's kind of like, do I want to add an iPad to this? Or am I trying to use an iPad to replace this? Or do I just not need an iPad? It's absolutely that I don't need it. No, I feel like very few people need an iPad. I'm definitely not on the list of people who need it. It's just kind of like, I just want it. Killer Combat, welcome. Corn, welcome. Yeah, laying in bed is just like, that'd be kind of nice for just, like, keeping it on in the background while I'm watching some basketball or some anime. And then, like, just laying in bed, doing some bullshit on there. How big of an iPad you're thinking? I have no clue. That's another thing too, is that, like, I go into the Apple store, I'm just like, holy shit, there's like 6 different kinds of iPads here. Like, just like, they all seem sick, you know? Then there's another part of me that's just like, okay, like, I could also just not get an iPad. And then, like, I don't know. Like, because, like, there's a part of me thinking, like, maybe I should get an iPad to supplant my desire for getting, like, a personal MacBook. But there's a part of me that's like, okay, well, I could also just not get an iPad and then get a MacBook. But then you miss out on touch capability, Apple Pencil capability. And the use of it is entirely different. For the most part, a lot more capable, but with stuff that's really missing from what you get from an iPad experience. I think it seems more convenient like on an airplane than a MacBook. I don't know. The last time I bought a tablet, like I think I bought. You actually a funny story that I'm just kind of now thinking of and recalling. I bought a tablet. Oh, extra housing, huh? Okay, real quick. I have just some extra random pieces here. Throw in there. Deal with them later. I bought a tablet. Last time I bought a tablet was over maybe like 12 years ago. I bought it off a guy on Geek Hack. This guy on Geek Hack, it was just funny because he was just some guy, and then I just ended up like over time buying a lot of this guy's stuff. Like I bought a Bolt modded, Teensy modded SSK, like IBM Model M SSK from him. I actually bought. He's also the guy that I actually bought the detachable cable modded realforce from, which I think is no longer working properly because I might have fiddled around too much with it. And then I also just separately bought from him. Okay, there's more. I bought DSA Retro from him after I'd sold my own DSA Retro. I just kind of wanted it again, so I bought it from him again. And then finally, I mean, I'm sure there might have been more, but the last thing I think of was I bought a rooted Android tablet from him. And I kind of remember, like, I did kind of enjoy it because I was just playing some bullshit freeware mobile games, which really eased the tension off of watching Breaking Bad, which was, now that I recall, like really big 10 years ago. Oh, I missed the space bar. Anyways, yeah, I was like, obviously, like, you look at the really, really nice iPads, the Pro 13-inch, and it's like, oh, that's sick. And then you look at the 11-inch, you're like, oh, that's sick. Then you look at the Air and then the regular iPad, and it's like, oh, that's sick. And then you see the Mini, and it's like, oh, shit, that's sick, too. I'm like, damn it, none of this was helpful. Alright, quick time check. It's 11:30. There kind of was a third build that I wanted to do, but I'm just like, we're not gonna have time for this. I don't have time for this. I just wanted to do another it was like housing / slider replacement for my Veracity. Another thing I've continued to put off. All right. Anyways, more news and notes here. I finished Konosuba. Tina and I finished Konosuba. So we started another isekai, Mushoku Tensei. It's also really good. It seems... I don't know how to put it. It seems very, very slightly more serious than Konosuba, which is good. I also found out there's a Konosuba game for PS4, which you could just buy on the PS5 store. And I also found out that it was on the Switch too, and it's on sale, or at least, I don't know, maybe the sale ended. Started looking at the PS5 store again because, you know, I really know very little about, you know, PlayStation at all. As Stellar Blade, we started playing it a little while back, but I haven't gotten very far. I was trying to figure or like learn about what's this situation with Final Fantasy VII. Turns out they haven't finished it. Like, they remade the first one for the PS4, then they ported it, you know, for PS5, and then they made part 2. But there's still a part 3 that is yet to come out, which is crazy. So I'm just like, why would I get it now? Like, I'll just wait till like the whole thing comes out. Getting a bundle is probably gonna be cheaper. Oh. Anyone here ever been big on Final Fantasy, or maybe very specifically Final Fantasy VII? I'm trying to remember if I needed to clear the or remove the crowns for GMK specifically. There's a part of me that thinks I don't want to do that. I couldn't ever get into Final Fantasy personally. Only played 6 to 8. I guess I could elevate this now, just so that the 2U's will drop. Might make it easier to put the wire in. Let's try that out. Then I'll need some reverse tweezers, my favorite. Well, or I could just hold it, but I'd rather still use reverse tweezers. I don't know. I think I've never actually really been in Final Fantasy period. But I mean, I did grow up at a time where it's just like, oh, Final Fantasy VII seems really cool, even though I never played it. And there's like kind of been this realization that I don't know. At least Tina was mentioning this to me, and I always had this impression, again, despite never playing it, is that like Seven is the most sci-fi out of all of the Final Fantasies. You guys tell me if I'm wrong there, but that part of it like still intrigues me to this day. I think in general I'm more of a sci-fi guy than a fantasy guy. But I have been trying to be better, or at least trying to be more open. Hence some of these animes I'm watching, my enjoyment of Zelda, and so forth. What else you got? I was also looking at the PS Portal, which I think is probably even a way, way more specific use case than like an iPad would be for me. Seems interesting. I don't think I get it. None of the games are really connected either, right? I don't know, man. I feel like that's the wrong person to ask. I don't really know anything. Timeline is out of order. Oh yeah, I do remember hearing that. Yeah, it's all like messed up in America. God damn it. Fucking. There we go. It's nearing the end of the season of Splatoon. New season coming out soon with Frosty or whatever. The Frosty season is coming to a close. I've already hit my catalog twice. Filled out a catalog twice. I got to X rank, so I also recently hit my Killer Whale badge. 1,200 wins with Killer Whale weapons, which is very exciting. Twice mentioned. um, so it's funny. I think just until the new season, like I think my motivation has kind of dwindled here. So it's just like another slowish end here. And it's like especially with like the PvP portion of it, like me getting that badge, I'm like that's like a big hurdle. Like it's hard to be motivated to start up another special run. 1,200 wins is crazy. So I guess I'll just wait till next season, and it's going to be a while for me to get back into X starting at the start of next season and getting that catalog back up. So with that said, because of that motivation loss of the last, little bit, it's like I'll play the dailies, just to, get the rotation Grizzco PvE rotation bonuses with Tina. But until then, I'm just like, what do I do next? I guess I could play Stellar Blade, but Tina finally convinced me. And brand new piece of news here. I have just got Pokemon Violet. What is it, like 2 years late? When did Pokemon Violet come out? Just got Pokemon Violet. I chose the Weed Cat. Pokemon Violet release date. Holy shit. Yeah, it's been over 2 years now. It's really been 2022? That's crazy. I don't know why I waited so long. We picked a star, the Weed Cat. Sprigatito. Mine just evolved. I haven't gotten the first gym yet. I was just like kind of aimlessly wandering around towards in the area towards the first gym, just catching stuff. I faced a Vespiquen that was double the level of everything else, and 5 of my Pokemon died, and it kept fucking using Roost, and I'm just like, fuck, all I have left is Sprigatito. And it's at full health right now. I'm just gonna try to catch it, whatever. And I caught it in 2 Great Balls, full health. With 1 Pokemon left. Jesus, that was stupid. That was kind of like the highlight of my play today. All right. Last one here would be... Is there anyone who likes Quaxley? Because, like, come on. Come on now, really? That's how they chose to make Quaxley look? Jesus. I had a voucher. You guys ever do that voucher thing? It's like you can buy a voucher, and then basically it's like discounts, but you have to buy 2 games, or it's like 2 vouchers worth. So instead of buying games for 60, or in Zelda's case 70, you buy 2 vouchers for 100. You got these they're AAA titles, essentially for 50 each. Anyways, I've had this spare voucher for a while, and I realized that the list of voucher eligible games is actually not super huge. So I'm just like, I feel like I should use it now. Mine expires in May. Expires in May. I'm looking at all the games. I'm like, yeah, I think Violet's got to be the one. And like, I just went for it. Yeah, Quaxley is okay, but yeah, it's the weaker of the 3. Oh, I don't even. Look, I have played competitive Pokemon when I was younger, yes. But in the context of just playing a Pokemon game, weakness is not my concern. My concern is, like, it looks like that. Jesus. can I get it in? There we go. Oh, weak looking. Yes. Okay. All right, so we are on the same page then. I think it's one of the weakest looking starters ever. I think I just look at a picture of all starters. All Pokemon starters. Let's do this. We did a what was it? We did a fuck. What was it? Like a tier list. We did a starter tier list a little while back. Yeah, man. I really don't think that they're. I can't think of a worse starter than Quaxley. I don't like Grookey. Do you like Grookey less than Quaxley? Because if you do, that's crazy. I don't know. I'm looking at Grookey. I'm like, oh, Grookey's cute. Chespin. I would say. How do I put this? All right, let's do this. Let's do the tier list. Let's do the tier list again. Not that I really know much about all of these guys. Bully Quaxley. Okay, we're doing this. It's important for you to understand my disdain. Ah, fucking shit. Ah. I needed a 7U. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo this. But while we're at it, like, what am I looking for? Tier list, Pokemon starters. Oh, I think our playlist ended. Yeah, we can blame. Yeah, exactly. We can blame Quaxley. It's all Quaxley's fault. Pokemon starter tier 2025 tier list. Is there one where you could just get just the non-evolved ones? I mean, I guess I could just do this. All right. Starters, first gen, always good. I'm just gonna ignore all of the evolutions. Chikorita, I think I put a B. Mudkip, Cyndaquil, B. Trico, B. Torchic, A. I mean, that's 9 already. Turtwig, B. Chimchar, B. Piplup, I'd put Piplup A. Let's see, Snivy, B. I forgot this guy's name. B. This guy, I forgot this guy's name too, but also B. Yeah, I would say, like, everything in B plus, but Quackly, kind of. I would say that this one's probably a C. Let's see. Is that Fennekin? Is that the name? I'm still debating on some of these. These I'm just like not kind of sure. Like I would maybe drop these to C. But I gotta think about it. Piplup I'd probably keep a B. Or no, it's this guy, whatever his Oshawott? Yeah, Oshawott. Yeah. Froakie. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, this one's pretty lit though. Litten. Actually, yeah, I'd probably put Litten higher. Yeah, I like this guy. I think that guy's cute. This one's a little funky though. Who is this? Poplio. Alright, who have I not done yet? Score Bunny. Yeah, probably B. Sobble. Probably. I'm iffy on it. Actually, I'm probably iffy on this guy too. I'll probably put him down there. Was that everyone? Okay, so then now the more recent ones. Yeah, I'd probably put these two guys at B, and then yeah, this guy goes in F minus. Yeah, that would be my tier list, really. I would maybe. Let me think about this. I'm looking at it now, and it's like, do I need to make adjustments? I might put. No, I don't know if I put Trico at A. Would I change this? I'm thinking if I would change this. And I don't know. I mean, maybe not. I mean, maybe I'll put this guy back here. Maybe I'll put this guy back here. Snivy. Like, I don't have any great attachment to him, so. Yeah, that'll be my list. Ah, shit. What do you think? How different is yours? Alright, I gotta clean this all off. Do you not like cartoon ducks like Donald Duck, Daffy Duck? Oh, they're fine. Like, whatever, it is chill, but I just don't like this one. Quaxia scumbag rich. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know why they gave this guy a pompadour. They did not need to do that. Oh shit, I forgot. You have to put this upside down. God damn it. Okay. Alright, that's where I land. We could keep that up there, I guess, unless you guys want to rather see me lube this wire again. The correct wire. I'm looking at this list again. I feel like I would actually probably put a few down. Like I don't know necessarily that I've really liked a lot of the water ones over time. Like I would probably put some of these down here. uh Maybe not Froakie. I don't know. Probably keep Froakie here. But this seal guy, what's his name? Poplio? Probably like that. Yeah. Maybe drop Rowlet. I'm just looking at it again. Yeah, Donald Duck's voice though, and when people do Donald impressions, so maybe I do hate ducks. Ducks are meant for eating. I don't know. I like Psyduck. Psyduck is lit. Golduck too. If you debate with yourself long enough, will Quaxley climb the chart? Nope. Silly Guy Jake, welcome back. That's a big time no. I just don't think you had to give a duck a pompadour. I think that's my thing. That was like the wrong combo. Okay. Jesus, that was really tight. Oh my god. All right. So, the fun part here is that I can just do this now, which is put the 60 back in here, and then it's like way faster. Okay, what springs are these? Oh, I think these are... Oh shit. Okay, there's a lot of funny stuff going on here. Okay. So, a few things. This needs to be cut. So I need to cut that split backspace. But past that, a few more things. I need to find more. Because I don't think these are PVB springs. Okay. All right. Try this again. Oof, that's a bad one. Let's put that there. Some of these are way oversized. Where would they even go? What do you think of the recent group rise? Verdant, Black and Gold, Future Funk. Future Funk, truthfully, has just never been on my radar. Verdant Retro is really good. I'm gonna get it, and it's perfect because I have my store credit from Canon Keys for when I return that Freya PCB. Black and Gold, I don't think I'm feeling it. I don't like the swirl stuff that GMK and a bunch of designers keep trying to push. I just am not that big of a fan. Quaxley's hair looks like a Wobbuffet. Alright. Let's go hunting. I gotta go hunt for realforce springs. There might be too many. I don't know where these specific springs came from. Maybe it came from this, because there's not that many left in this. 91 UBK. Then I'm going to do Future Funk. Round 1 started right when I joined the hobby and I missed it. Okay, so Ricky, I realize we have a different aesthetic. So, like, let me just look at Future Funk again. Because I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it's just not on my radar. I don't know what I'm supposed to see in it. You know, it kind of reminds me of God, what was that? I forgot what it was called. Dracula? Is that what I'm thinking of? The dust mask's kind of cool. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this because of like the mods. It gives me that vibe, except it's a single tone. Well, I will say, again, I'm not a big fan of like, you know, these like super dark, super light two-tone, but that does kind of add a little bit of interest, I guess. I'm trying to see, there's not enough pictures of that combo though. The light alphas, base with light alphas. Yeah, there's a part of me that's just kind of like, I think I would personally probably choose Dracula over Future Funk. I just don't know that it's like it's my. I just think I'd have a different aesthetic from people who like Future Funk. Nice dark purple set out of Dracula, but I don't think it's close. I think it's like the mods. I get the mods. Mods give me a specific type of vibe, I guess. All right, I gotta cut these up. There's an approach for this, I think. Oh, who is that? Oh my goodness. Boo! Boo! Just kidding, Patty. Thank you for the raid. How's it going? How's your stream? Hope it went well. Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. I saw some of what was going on at your meetup. That seemed like really cool. We're just here working on our second-ish EC build. Thank you, Frank, for all that. Frank, welcome. Shonies, welcome. What else we got here? The whole crew, welcome. Shout out to Xin Wang. Oh, shit. My cut's totally crooked. Oh, my God. Horrible. Mods, ban yourself? What am I seeing? See what? Are you trying to make a point? I don't know what point you're trying to make. we got here? Okay, so I guess I can, from here, do these as 4s. Something like that. And this should be a 3. I can do that. So the idea is that, like, it's hard for me to cut straight when I'm doing this super lazy. So my thought here is, let's see if we can try this. Will this work? Actually, yeah, that does. Any of these I can cut. That's perfect. Everything else looking good? I think so. All right. Okay, now I just need 5? Is that right? I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense because it's like an 86 and then I have that extra different colored dome. All right. Sweet. So which springs did these end up being? 91 UBK. Let's see if this matches up number-wise. It might or it might not. I realize it probably doesn't matter too much. Because these springs might have ended up being used somewhere else. It's from a 91 UBK bought May 2024, which I think I have to say out loud in case I ever need to know this information. Rewatching a VOD. Okay, so I don't know if these are exactly the same springs, but it checks out, I think. Because this is what, 86 springs plus 3 is 89. Now, the funny thing is that here it says it's from a 91, so apparently I have 2 springs that kind of disappeared. But that's fine. Okay. So that should just about do this. Now, I need to find those screws. Are they in here still? What are those domes? These are PBB. 45-gram domes. If you guys may or may not know, PBB makes some of the worst domes. And I would say that these purple 45-gram domes from PBB are some of the least bad. They're generally all very bad, the PBB domes. But these are kind of less bad than a lot of the others. Okay, I think this should be good. So I just need to make sure we line up. And that should be just about right. Yeah, we actually put in... Yeah, these are pretty not bad. I would say the 35s that we just put in the Falcon, the clear 35s, are also pretty not bad. I put one in the center-ish. Then I'm going to try to put some of these in the corners just to make it kind of aligned okay. But I'm also not going very tightly. Okay. Then from here I'll work inside out. Oh. The hell? Is that not a real one? Some is like I don't know if they're real holes or not. That one's also not. Kind of hungry. Oh, hungry? I forgot to show the records that I bought. What else? Oh, I also bought some bike stuff. I got munchies. Bought some bike stuff on Saturday as well. I don't know much about biking, so feel free to make fun. I left some lube, some like chain lube in Las Vegas. I've left it there since September, and then I was supposed to get it when I got my car back in January, and then I forgot again. Like I left it there. I got my car, I forgot the bike chain lube, so I had to buy some bike chain lube. I also ended up buying, I haven't biked in a while, truthfully, but I ended up buying like a little gel seat cover. Because one thing I know is that every time like I take a break from biking and then come back to it, I'm like, holy shit, this is painful. Nice little food bank run on Saturday. Tina got promoted with to my level of volunteer lead, which is very exciting. Essentially means we can just go in at any time rather than having to fight for signups. Oh, I caught up on all of my my backlog of film. Just scans, cutting the film, organizing and sorting them. So now I have everything numbered and squared away. Got a Laker game tomorrow. I missed Saturday's game. I fell asleep. I was just too tired Saturday. We were doing so much the whole day, and by the time I got home, I just knocked out through the whole game. Apparently, it was like one of the best wins of the season. Cutting Jokic off. I have, okay, separate thing. I have like these 25-year-old Ralph Lauren Polo Bear, like the teddy stripe sheets. Apparently at some point they were really rare, and then Ralph Lauren decided to like rerun them. But they look kind of different. Like, well, one is they do them in more different colors now, and then they're not rerunning the blue one anymore after they did maybe like a year ago or so. Separate from that, like it just like looks like the style, the quality of it is like a little different. But the reason I was like, I'm looking for them now because it's like my shit's like tearing up. And then there's a realization here is that like I've been using, you know, these sheets, and specifically like a comforter. Anyone here use like a duvet with like a little duvet insert? Because I've only ever just used comforters. So my comforter, like the lining is just getting torn up like crazy. It's wild. All right. I guess I'll tighten all of these. And then I have to flip it back over to just see, did I miss any holes? Duvet, good. So I've been doing these duvets. They have comforters and they also have duvets. And I guess what's kind of interesting is that, well, a few different things. One is that like they're running different colors of different kinds. Like there's like a specific design of this that's like the teddy stripe. All hex, what the hell? Man. Where you been, man? How you been? Dude, it's good to see you again. To the grindstone. I just to give you a heads up, I reached out to Trife. And it's like I don't want to get your hopes up. But it's just that like there's been some movement on getting these PCBs to me. But then there's also just been other hiccups. So I'll lay out the story. I'm not hopeful till there's a tracking number. Yeah, I get it. So basically he apologized. He's like, dude, I recognize it's been a year, but I've like just kind of had a crazy last couple months. This is with his words. And he said that like he couldn't find the PCBs, so he just placed an order for another 5 of each. And then he said that because he was like in the middle of a move, like he was just gonna like send out what he could, and then if the original 5 ever, you know, just turn up again, he'll send those too. But then the issue is that like there's all this tariff shit So it's like a bunch of his packages, like he's been mentioning just like between all these different projects, a bunch of his packages have been getting stopped up at customs and shit. So I don't know, it's just like a weird crazy situation, but again, I get what you mean. I'm not hopeful till there's a tracking number, which is kind of why I didn't tell you anything, because I'm just like, I just want to wait for it too. But this is the information that he's given me. So I've been doing, I'm chilling. Yeah, I've been lately doing this. Been a hot minute since I've been free this. Yeah, I mean that's true. It's my dumbass hours. I've been taking this initiative recently here to build some realforce TKLs just for the sole purpose of displaying my TKL only key sets. So this one's like I hardly even tuned. I just built this. I built this with really no intent of actually using it, so I didn't lube any of this other than the stabilizer wires. Oh, Allhex, you might be happy to know that I've been watching a bunch of anime, finally. Yeah, you've missed all the TKLs and you've missed all the anime I've been watching. What the fuck? Okay, I think we're all set here with all of the screws through this, so, I mean, I'll go one more quick pass just to kind of make sure everything is, but I don't know. Does it matter? Because I'm kind of just thinking that, like, the more I screw in, the more these will pop out and then possibly have interference with keycaps, which, again, also shouldn't matter because I'm not even going to use this shit. What you been watching? So starting, like, last March, I was like right after Akira Toriyama died, I decided to watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. But since then, shit, what have I been watching here? We've watched, I watched all of GT. I'm like 2/3 ish the way done through Super. I'm like maybe a third through Demon Slayer, going through really slowly. And then like I've otherwise just been watching a bunch of, like, I don't know how to put this, like rom-com, harem slash in some cases isekai animes. So like we just finished Konosuba, which I really liked. We just started Mushoku Tensei. What else we got here? I watched My Dress Up Darling and Rent a Girlfriend. I was trying to watch Rent a Girlfriend is trash. Drop it. I'm already caught up. How do I put this? I like Rent a Girlfriend. I recognize there's a bunch of problems. There's a bunch of problems with the characters, and there's a bunch of problems with the anime. Like with the anime as a whole. But I like it. I still like it. You can recognize that something's bad and still like it, I feel like. What else? Have I missed anything else? Shoot. Yeah, I don't know. There's more. There's probably more. But yeah, I've just been going through it. Yeah, we started Mushoku Tensei, and yeah, I really did like Konosuba. I was really sad that I finished it, but okay. Here's this board. Oh, okay. So this is funny. There's a bunch of things funny about this. I have this board is kind of built, but not really. Now, this may look like a working board, but there's no PCB, housing, sliders, domes, or springs. So, this is just like kind of an empty-ish shell. Oh, also, it's all the silent stuff. I just realized, too. I gotta unscrew this. Okay, but then there's another thing, which is I got the dongles from Nekotato. So let's see if we can figure out how to get that to work. Klexus, welcome. Klexus, you might have just missed it, but I did start Moshuko Tensei. Oh, there's this, like, shit, how do I deal with this? Okay, I would like the opportunity to not have to cut this wire, or this cable. But I'm not sure how easy that is. Highlight, oh, it's really good. Yeah. Tina's liking it a lot too. God damn it, how do you deal with this? Okay, this end of the connector, it's like, I don't want to cut this. But then there's this giant thing. I feel like that thing is probably removable and I just don't know how. Alright, how do we take this out? These things probably snap apart, is what I'm guessing. Oh, here. I found it. Sweet. Got it. Hell yeah. Alright, so I'll put that off to the side, and then I got the Nekotato thing. So you gotta figure out how to do this. I have a few of these. So one of these is a Nova Touch daughter board, which I guess I'll change that at some point. But I have blue and teal. But then also Nekotato did recently message me saying the black casing around the female end port could use some wrapping / support either electrical tape or heat shrink. The clips that clasp it together are its less than stellar points, so I have taped up my own dongles. Heat shrink works great too, but it's a little goofy looking. Okay, so how do we do this? I take it female import. Okay, so then this one inside doesn't really matter a whole lot. Explain these Nekotato things. Oh, Randy pointed me to this, which is I guess something you could find in the Conical Discord. But basically, like it's basically just a dongle that connects to these like realforce style PCBs through this type of big ass JST connector specifically, and on the other end of it is a female USB-C part, and so this will just like kind of hang out a little, which is fine. Like it's better than like having something. Now this right here is a one of the SIP PCBs, so there is like a USB-C connector on this, but I just like, I don't know, and just in my mind it's like I'd just rather not, you know. I mean, I guess one thing I could do is there is a JST connection here. So, like, maybe I could glue a daughter board or epoxy a daughter board onto here, and then just have this be where the female USB-C comes out. But you know, whatever. I bought this from Nicotata. I'd just rather use this. It's like a little bit more sensible, I guess I would say. So where a normal, like the normal pre-built cable just extends all the way out to a USB-A male, this instead I can connect an actual USB-C cable through it. And so this is just kind of like that now at this point. And then yeah, I guess I can also, again, like, there is some like cable management parts on the inside of this, so I guess I could set it in there. Yeah. All right, and then that's like kind of it. And then this just like kind of, you know. But Nicotata did say use some electrical tape on this. The black casing could use. So the black casing itself. So I'm guessing I need to tape this just around. Okay. But that's kind of it. So I think I can just I never remember which side I have to lean towards first. I think it's just like this. No. Something feels a little fishy here. That didn't snap as much as I would have liked for it to, but I mean, I guess it's all together. Okay, so I guess that's it for that, and then I just need to mount some keycaps. So I think we're gonna do GMK Monkey. The options are either GMK Monkey or BSP Green. Which one do you guys want to see? Both pretty nice. I'll grab both of them and then maybe we'll decide. Here's Monkey. I think this is BSP Green. Let's just do Monkey. Let's do Monkey. Like, these are both going to end up on real forces down the line anyways. But I guess it's like been a while since we've even seen Monkey, so it's been a while since we've seen either, but oh yeah, scoops only. What are these sets missing for HHKB? Typically for basically all of these, it's 1.5 unit backspace and 1 unit top row backslash. I hope I remember, but if you're using GMK sets on stuff, I'm going to try to snag something neat. Eh? Yeah, we did this PBB conversion to accept. Ooh, that feels awful. I think it's these crowns. I think you gotta get rid of these crowns. Anyways, yeah. Just trying to put our MX on some TKLs that I'll just kind of have laying around. And with all of the like all of the real force harvesting that I ever do, it's just like, okay, well, I just still have these around, so. You ever use them by using different keys for them, or it bothers you? It kind of bothers me. Like, it's just like, I mean, I can keep the backslash here, and then I could put like a, what is it, like a numpad / on where I usually put the pipe backslash, but it's just like, it's just real goofy looking, and I'm just like, well, why would I do that? Would you be able to HHKB plateify an ECTKL PCB, or would it be too unstable to calibrate well? The SIP PCB has a bunch of compatibility, and Show does actually cut plates or machine. I don't know if he cuts them or machines them. He does produce plates that that do have like TKL HHKB compatibility. Like, it does exist. But the thing is, like, me getting those would just defeat all kinds of purposes. Like, I get it. It's funny. It's novel, and I've done it like with MX. But like, a couple things. One, I would still never use it because it's just too big. And then on top of that, it defeats the purpose of using it to display MX like GMK sets for which I don't have HHKB like key sets for. Like, it wouldn't make sense for me, is what I'm saying. But the compatibility is there, if you were ever interested. Yeah, all hex. I hope you've been well. I'm trying to think of other stuff that's happened since the last time we saw each other. I'm now dating Tina. To give some context here, Tina is a former coworker, given that the company that we have been working at imploded. So it is her Crunchyroll that I am on. Let's see, what else? Oh, I need some win keys. Were there win keys on this? GMK Monkey. Let's see, I might have to go, like, find them. There are. I need to go locate them. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. What else? What else have I done? I had to rebuild my collection page. Because it was on the infrastructure of my former company, which no longer exists. Wasabi X. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Win keys. There we go. I don't know if at the anime production all, but the Dressed Up Darling manga. Oh shit, that's crazy. That's wild. Okay, good to know. Oh, that's an ultimate silent keyboard. It's funny because this is actually unsilenced. It's funny because it's unsilenced, but there is like, I guess, a little bit of a silencing effect on it. But it also is using PBB stuff, so they're typically a little less silent than normal, I would say. Alright, I guess like while we're here, might as well. I'll use, you guys want to see a little accent or a novelty in the escape key position. Allegedly, the author's health is suffering, so they're putting... Oh, shoot. Okay. Alright, we got red on black cherry, orange on off-white cherry, orange on off-white monkey, and white on orange monkey. Where's my keycap puller? There it is. Shane's like such a peak in popularity, and they had more stuff they want to do. Ah, man. It's a bummer. Well, I'm curious to see how they finish it off. I really did like the one season of it so far. Orange Monk. Alright. Is this what you guys wanted to see? Orange Monkey. My brother, where do you order all your parts? I need to find a website, and since in Sweden it's very, very not cheap. If you're looking for like Topre style MX EC, I would suggest PBB parts, which you could find on AliExpress through either the YMDK or SZR AliExpress stores. But if you're just generally looking for keyboard parts, I don't know if I have like a great answer of just what you might be looking for. Hopefully it doesn't get my starred. Oh, my starred? What is my star? Is that a very sad ending anime? Okay, so anyways, female USB-C cable. Just plug this in, and then we figure out what to do because I didn't quite do this right. Hold on, let me get to sad in the sense that it was rich to hell. I see. Okay, let's go to VIA. Try this again. Authorized device. I got Amazon over there. Ooh. Did I need to flash? I forgot. Does anyone here know if I need to flash the Canon keys SIP realforce PCBs? I might need to. Let me hunt it down if I do. 1 second. Sort by day modify. When was the last time? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, I need to flash this. Shit! I just closed it. We do? There's enough beginner-friendly stuff on Amazon? Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, again, it just kind of depends on what would you be looking for. Where is reset on this? Guessing it would be on the top here somewhere. Oh, boot 0. I see it. Okay, so I think what we gotta do is take these tweezers Well, before I do that, let me open up QMK. Oh, I already have it pointed here. Okay, so what I do is I'll just leave these two tweezers. Oh boy, that is very, very tiny. So I just need to press this in. There we go. And then flash it. I want to build my own keyboard. I want a very flashy and I want a very good ASMR sound on my keys. Yeah, there's probably enough that you could get off Amazon for sure. If that might end up being cheaper than a lot of other options in Europe. But there are European vendors. It just depends on, like, again, what's your budget, what you might be looking for. Okay, so that should be good. Let's refresh this. Hey, okay. Like this. Side first. This is not tightening the way that I'd want for it to. 1 second. There we go. Okay, back to it here. So let's calibrate, bottom calibration. All right, quick test of the matrix. Looks good. Oh, really horrible. I think it's those crowns. That's the one problem with the PVB housings is the crowns. Okay, let's just quickly make some changes here. I'm gonna change this to left control right there. Right alt. I think Sweden has a brick and mortar mechanical keyboard shop. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. All right, and then real quick. Oh, who is that? La India or Laneda 11. Thank you for the follow. And let's put caps lock here. Okay, that should be it. All right, so I think that this will be kind of like our last build. I was thinking of maybe doing more, but that Falcon thing at the beginning took a lot longer than I anticipated. Mechanisk and normal. Oh, that's right, Mechanisk, yeah. Mechanisk. Yeah, you check out Mechanisk. Oh. Jesus. Where is this? I didn't even paste the homepage. I pasted some bundles page, but you can check out this store. All right, let's go to it. I think I've already, because we've already played with one of these SIP PCBs before. So yeah, we'll run a type test here. So this is A realforce 91 shell, I believe. But the internals are all completely swapped. It's a non-stock plate from Show, which is an 86U plate, with the left corner, bottom left corner redone on that cutout, as well as a non-stock PCB, which is the SIP. What is the name for it? Sipulot Realforce R1 89XU PCB. We have PBB sliders and housings, as well as Realforce stock springs. The domes in it are PBB 45 gram, which I think are some of their least bad domes, among some of their least bad ones. And then on top of this, we have a GMK Monkey. I'm not going to run a prediction here. We're just going to do a type test. It's going to be pretty bad because it's TKL. All right, here we go. All right. So there's that. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? A Realforce empty space. PvP domes art sounds light, if that makes sense. Yeah. But feeling wise, again, I will contend here that they feel better than a lot of other PvP domes. So take that for what it is. It's not that great of a compliment because they still don't feel great. All right, real quick, I just wanted to also show this here off. This was our last our last realforce build that we did. This was I think an 87U, yeah, 87U case that had a detachable cable mod done to the case itself, but I think it is not very strong. So we could take a quick look at this one as well. See if what would go into modifying this. I think there's going to be a bunch of issues because of just kind of how it looks and how it's constructed. But let's see. This is locked in kind of quite a bit better than this one, locks together. But yeah. All right. So here we have. It's like the person I bought this from is the same person I bought my last tablet from 12 years ago. Did this like mini USB connector mod to it, which is like really cool and like hacky, but also got a bunch of issues. Like this thing keeps coming out. So I think it's probably just worthwhile to just get rid of it entirely. Lots of hot glue. Yeah, I think that's kind of a big issue with this, is that this is hot glued together like this. Let me see. There is also... Oh. Oops. Sorry. I hit a button by accident. Let's see here. So here's the other one that I have. And is there a way for this to get in? RIP, here just on time. Yep. Okay, I don't know. Like, what do I do? Should I just rip it out? What's the best way to remove hot glue? My guess is heat, right? It's funny because there's actually some other spots that this can kind of potentially come through. Like, I think this is possibly for like dip switches. So like I could route it out, but then like it wouldn't sit flush because there's no channel through this. I would just pry it off. Okay. All right, let's try it. Unless you want molten glue again. All right, let's do this. Maybe. What do you think of Hall effect switches? I think the concept is great. I've never used them, really, other than just like testing them at meetups. But I don't really know otherwise what I can fully say about it, just because, again, I haven't really used it that much. I think that I've heard some people have some complaints about how the switches just actually aren't even that good feeling or sounding, but in my limited experience, I found it to be acceptable. He could also warp the case. Oh, fair. Okay. I've got a bunch of the glue out. This is probably enough. So, yeah, I think this is... Just route this through. I might just be able to get this to function like how I want the other one, or like how the other one is. And this is just a plain regular PCB. This is not a SIP PCB. But that's like, again, it's fine. If the whole purpose here is just to have a mildly working keyboard that displays some key sets that I can't really otherwise use, with an HHKB, then so be it. Where'd you get those detachable cables? This is from Nekotato. Nekotato sells them through the Conical Discord. So you could reach out. I'm not sure if they still have a whole lot of stock left, though. They're purely for utility. They don't sound or feel good at all. Missed out the recent Geon Venom offering. Is the Venom a PCB or is that a board? Or is that a Switch? I keep hearing about it and I actually don't have any clue what it really is. Alright, I feel like I've been having issues with just aligning this properly. Maybe it could be because of this glue. Or the cable. Could be... Oh, shit. It's like, the cable isn't actually positioned properly. Is that it? Okay, I think that should be good. It's a PCB that can go... Oh, okay, got it, yeah. Okay. Let's just quickly check that this works. Because it wasn't working when I was doing this whole thing. Meanwhile, you guys could hear this build, which I think is... Well, let's find out. Oh, hey, it works. Sweet. So I had to rebuild my site, and now there's like new filters and new views for anyone who hasn't seen this before. So we did the Digilog, or no, not the Digilog, the realforce. This one right here. This one has the PBB 35 yellow. So these are a little bit lighter than the ones we just built, and so this would probably be a good comparison. But these are also tuned. So like the housings and the sliders. So maybe it'll sound a little bit different for more than one reason. Just the lubing, the domes, and yeah. All right, here we go. Real quick type test here with this. Oh, and PBT. Giant has universal HE and 60 and TKL PCBs. I see. What's that mount again? Where it's just screwed to the bottom, like tofu? Oh, that's like tray mounting. You should get one and build it with the Raids Topper HE switches. Use it for gaming, maximum efficiency gaming. I don't even game on a PC. But it could maximum efficiency gaming for the zero PC gaming that I do. Okay, so what I will say is, I just after trying this again. So I wanted to point this out. This is another TKL display keyboard that I have. The reason I have this is it's CRP R3 Tulip. CRP R3 had a horrible situation with HHKB compatibility. And even though it's not that rare, I'd still rather not sell it because I overpaid for it. So this is where it goes. A few differences, yeah. This is CRP PBT, whereas we were just playing with the GMK ABS on that other build with the 45s. But a few other things too. It's tuned. Also, it has a copper plate instead of stainless steel. So that's another difference as well. In addition to the different domes, which are the 35 yellows, which actually these are pretty nice too. So here's what I would say. PBB by far has the worst domes. But it is worthwhile to mention that some domes are better than others. So if you're a normal human being, I would stick to these two, the 35 yellows and the 45 purples. I do not think you should get the 55 pinks, nor do I think you should get the 25 light blue. But by no means should anyone get the 65 teal. Just don't do it. It's really bad. These are like just so bad. I don't know who would actually enjoy using these. So please don't take it from Ricky. I gave him some of these. He thinks they're terrible. Deskies light greens. I don't know if they sell it anymore. I don't know actually. I'm not sure what Deskies are really offering at this stage. Anyways, I'm happy to finally see I got these working dongles now. Let's see. So, with that said, what's in store for real forces for me? I actually have sent over a build to Jace, who's supposed to actually be doing an Arushi top for me. I sent him the whole like broken down keyboard, but he's only just doing the top. I don't know why I gave him the rest of it. What I guess I could do is, in the meantime, whenever he's able to turn that around, which could be next year. I don't know how long some of this stuff takes for him. I know he mentioned Arushi is harder to do in the winter just because of climate and humidity and stuff. But I do still have an extra plate and PCB, so I could just build the inside, like the innards on its own, and then just not really have a a real board for it to live in. Or it's like I could build it and then like swap it in with one of these, and then just, you know, that way I have something, you know, just on hand for it. But yeah, I won't actually have the actual case for it until whenever he would finish. So that's the whole story. Okay, well, that is all for builds I'm going to do tonight. I'm surprised I was even able to do this. But I'm not going to use this tonight because I don't use TKLs. So that's just going to go off to the side. Urushi has real finicky humidity things. Yeah. Okay. We will let's open up Lightroom and get a little print giveaway going. Yeah. You saw / discussed the Astrodomes. I discussed it very, very vaguely. The blind assassin domes. Yeah, I saw the news. It's like, that seems pretty damn exciting, to be honest. But I don't really know much about it. I think it's still probably like, you know, being tested right now, right? It's like not even, I don't think it's ready to be sold or anything, right? All right. Sales next month. Okay. Good to know. I heard that there's some other dome that's supposed to be coming out too. Clever or something? Something like that? Is that true? Alright. You guys want a keyboard print? I feel like you guys like keyboard prints. I don't know. Just a hunch. So let's take a look. Whatever keyboard you see, call it out, and whoever says it first, that's the print we'll run. 120 gram Astro Domes Be Wild. Is that like the BKE Ultra Heavy equivalent? Cheese? Alright. Randy called it. You guys are too slow. Alright, so we're just gonna expand this a little bit. We'll have the borderless zoom into it, so. Jeez. that seem relatively centered? This is the Swiss with GMK Honey. And the alternate alphas. Alright, so we'll run this. Let's go with high. Print. Probably 60 to 70 grams, see how that goes. Yeah, I'm pretty heavy-handed, so we'll see. I'll probably just grab a few if it's not too hard to get. Alrighty. Alright, I think there's one last long Pikachu left after this one. So that's a big one. That's a big one. One more long Pikachu. Savior, you there? You gotta choose who we raid. Caught up on all my film. Like all the scanning, sorting, cutting, all of that. Finally caught up. It's been since June. It's been 8 months of being completely out of order. Oh, I was gonna mention. Okay, a few more things, a few more pieces of news and notes while we wait for Savior, wherever Savior is. So Brooklinen. I got some Brooklinen sheets. I like them. Turns out a bunch of people on the internet don't like Brooklinen because the sheets tear up, but I've been fine. They got some styles at Brooklinen that like they don't look like they're seasonal, but then I guess they just stopped some designs. So now you just got like there's this design that I really liked from them that it's just gray and white stripes. Putting out of production. I'm like, oh shit. So now I'm like debating whether or not to get some new old stock off eBay. They don't have comforters, they only have duvets. We were talking about duvets earlier. Anyone here? Comforters or duvets? What do you guys think? Where's Savior? Also, there's this new camera that keeps showing up in my feeds. It's Sigma BF. Super simplistic looking camera that I think a bunch of people have problems with. I don't know if anyone's seen that. All right. Who's next? Klexus. Klexus. I don't know where Savior is, but I think you might have to choose who we raid. If no one else, might I suggest Sup Caitlin? Sure, send it. All right. Sweet. Okay, so I'm supposed to be back either tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll just kind of have to see. Depends on how I'm feeling after the Laker game, but also depends on the weather, just because I have more disconnects when it rains. So we'll see. Either tomorrow or Wednesday. Definitely by Thursday. I will be streaming on Thursday, but hopefully one of tomorrow or Wednesday. So there's that. Here's all the commands. Watagaki. Check out Watagaki. They sponsor all the stickers. Join my Discord. Buy my merch. I still need to shoot more photos for stuff I need to sell. Raid message if you're subbed, and raid message if you're not. All right. See you guys soon. Good night.